Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio. Right. Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's really unedited.
It is happening, my friend.
Do it live.
Live. Yes, sort of. Well, I mean, it's really unedited.
With light editing.
Yeah, there's
Matinee Edition.
Light touches.
Light sprinkle.
I
Matinee
think
Edition.
number
Jared and Lucas.
number 65. 65
Yeah, I think it's
episodes
65.
old. That's
Serious
more than
citizen.
64. That was the one last week. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
It's up there online. And
I'm going to guess we spoke about WandaVision.
Oh my god.
As we're going to towards the end of the podcast here. So stay tuned, listener.
Yes, you're waiting for it. It's at the end though, you filthy hot dog.
You can't get it that quick.
You can't. Yeah, it's not in and out here, hot dog. Okay.
We're going to save the good stuff for the end.
Yeah.
We're going to
you gotta
start with the segment that no one asked for.
What is
Lucas's
that?
Gaming Minute. I feel
What's
like
that?
we need an audio sample.
I don't know what I got. That probably just sounds like shit.
Yeah, thanks for you know those. Have you ever seen
All
the
right.
ear rape memes? Like
What
where
is
it just
that?
is like it's a like an already abrasive sample from like a video game or a TV show,
Oh, okay.
but just put it like overdriven
Fair
as
enough.
hard as you can get it, and so
Blast.
yeah, it's like that. You should actually edit the podcast this time and crank that up for right when you did that.
That is generally the idea, I think, with this with Old Heart Radio. It's just just crank it up and you'll be all
Just crank it up.
You'll be able
But
to hear something.
I feel like for Lucas's Game Minute, we need like the first
true.
couple beats of the Mario sound, like
Just
boom.
cut it off at a
Lucas's
weird
Game
moment
Minute.
there.
Leave it, yeah, unsatisfying, unceremonious. So I think, as I said last week, I was gonna start playing Jedi Fallen Order, and as of now, I'm about halfway through it. It's fucking fun, man.
Nice.
It is like
nice.
it is a very fundamentally imperfect game from like some gameplay elements of it are like,
Okay.
this could have been tweaked a bit more. It's sort of buggy sometimes, but it is perfect Star Wars. And
Hell
it captures the vibe of Star Wars like I think in a way that the sequel trilogy fucking missed and the Mandalorian captured, but this time in video game form.
Well,
It's
one of
very
those,
good.
It's one of those properties I feel like people started calling for it to be like more canonized, for sure, and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the game is canon. Like
I'm pretty sure from what I understand.
Everything. I think everything that's been released since the Disney acquisition technically is, which is pretty exciting. I mean,
for sure.
So the lead actor in this video game, which is weird to say in the first place, is the guy, I'm forgetting his name, but he was the Joker in Gotham.
Oh God, I don't remember his name.
Redheaded guy. You know
yeah,
what
I mean,
I'm talking about?
Cameron Monaghan or something like that.
Yes, that's it. Something like that. And he's like full mocap. It's obviously him. Like, and yeah, he does pretty well. It's one of those things that I'm like blown away, or I will be blown away if they don't use him in live action eventually.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I mean, he's a really good actor, and
he's a good actor.
So I think he's just been like, how do I say? I watched Gotham, the whole entirety of Gotham, and
I think I watched the first season.
It was interesting. His characters were not necessarily highlights, but they were their presence was known anyway. But he's done better work, and that's all.
He definitely
that's
has.
all I'm gonna say. Anyway,
It's like I feel like Gotham's his most notable thing.
So you're halfway through Fallen Order. So
I'm halfway through Fallen Order. I'm rolling with a blue double-sided lightsaber. It's a fucking blast.
Nice.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I would highly recommend it to any listeners and you as well. You should definitely play it.
Well, there you go.
There's the one thing is that the Wookiees look like shit for some reason in the game.
God damn it! Well,
I was like, like the people look good, all the aliens look good, and then you get to fucking Kashyyyk and you're interacting with Wookiees and you're like, these look like they're ripped out of early 2000s Battlefront games.
Oh, really?
It's like it looks weirdly dated.
That's
like
strange.
Like the hair doesn't move right. You know, that's one of the things you can tell in CGI when it's done badly. Hair, and like the Wookiees being all hair, you're like, there's something just
all
vividly
solid.
Abnormal. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't move.
That's strange. Well,
but otherwise, it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it.
Hell yeah!
So one thing that's sort of cool is that they note that he was like the main character, Cal Kestis. He was a Padawan when Order 66 happened.
Okay.
And he managed to get away. And he's like, it's 5 years after Order 66, so he's like, I think like or maybe early 20s or like late teens.
Okay.
And it's made abundantly obvious that if he ran Darth Vader, he'd get fucked up. Like, he's not that good of a Jedi. But he can still mow through fucking stormtroopers. Like, it's
any respectable Jedi can.
It's funny because then it puts all the power scaling in it. Yeah. It's something the movies never really captured really well. It was like, there's so many fucking Jedi, but for some reason Anakin Skywalker is amazingly powerful. Like that's.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's always been the thing, right, man? But like, but
your chosen one.
What sucks about that is that they very rarely like flexed that in the movies. You know what I mean? Like, you very rarely really see Darth Vader like fucking up shit.
Yeah,
you know, you see him force choke some people in the original series, and he toys with Luke Skywalker in some lightsaber battles.
Yeah,
but like, it's not until Rogue One where you in that hallway scene really that you see
so
this,
fucking good,
frightening, like powerful, like you ain't stopping me, Vader.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what was that? The most powerful we'd seen Anakin Skywalker before was like at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh,
you underestimate my power. I hate you.
It's just so childish.
Speaking of somebody who's childish and related to Star Wars, Gina Carano got fucking fired.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so we were peppering on this before we talked, and I've been I kind of figured that this whole controversy thing that's been bubbling was gonna just eventually end badly for her, but like
I thought it was just, honestly, I thought if she was just gonna shut up, it was gonna go away, because we've seen that with Chris Pratt plenty of times.
Fair enough.
Where everybody's like, Chris Pratt's probably a fucking Trumper because he's super Christian, which already is a crazy thing to say and a big assumption to make. Yeah. And he doesn't acknowledge it, so it goes away. But it feels like Gina Carano is so outwardly dumbass that she got herself fucking fired from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, dude. And that fucking sucks for her, man. I mean, listen, The Mandalorian's gonna fucking move on with or without her because of the awesomeness of it all. I mean, for what it's worth, like, her character was like kind of cool, in the show. But
Cara Dune, the concept of the character is a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I won't I like her character aside, her character, the character.
Yeah, character of Cara Dune.
Yeah, the character of Cara Dune is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm good with that.
What was the deal with Gina Carano?
There's a few things here. First off, she was supposed to get her own show, but then she started saying crazy shit after the election.
Like what?
And
was she
she was one of those like redo the vote people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like spouting conspiracy theories, anti-masker shit. And they quietly, before they announce it, they cut they just cut the show from the lineup, for the production lineup.
Yeah, because I thought I remembered hearing about like her potential, like that being a spin-off.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to happen, and it was like right before that Disney investor call where they announced all the shows. They like quietly cut her show out of the mix.
Yeah, shit.
And yeah, because she started saying crazy shit. And then recently she posted something on like Twitter or some shit, some social media site, where she essentially compared being a Republican to a Jew during the Holocaust.
Ooh.
So did you not see this?
No, I mean, like, I generally didn't like pay much attention to that.
It was fucking nuts. I think it was something to the extent of like, it was like a quote. She said, like, during the Holocaust, or just before the Holocaust, the Nazi party had convinced normal German people to drag their Jewish neighbors in the street and beat them. How different is that from being a conservative nowadays? And it's just like, number one, tone deaf.
That doesn't make any sense.
And incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy, man. Yeah. Well, you know.
And Disney came out afterwards. There's somebody on the inside from the Lucasfilm was like, we'd been looking for an opportunity to fire her for like 2 months now. We didn't want to work with her. She was a pain in the ass.
And there's the case. We got it.
I know. It's
well, yeah. That makes sense, dude. Like, I didn't hear it like that kind of shit. Like, I thought I heard about the anti-vaxxer shit, and I was like, whatever. Like, they could, like, she's gonna weather that. But saying that kind of, like, you know, like any kind of like weird Holocaust craziness.
I know, it's fucking nuts to me. I remember I saw something about this where it was just like, come on, like, it's Star Wars. They would keep casting you and shit. You just have to shut up. You just have to shut up.
But that's also, I mean, you know, I not that I'm defending her position, but something to be said is like, you know, that is wary of like what franchise things do to actors, right? They kind of put them in their mold and then like make them like complacent, like in their position, and then like, you know, then they become like just figures that get moved around in reality. And like, and so it's
sort of fucked up to think about.
It is, and so, but I mean, it's great for their, you know, their pocketbook and their star power, I guess. But
under this audio medium, I just did the money gesture.
Ka-ching. Look at our sound effects; they're getting better.
Ka-ching. We have a on our Zoom call. We actually have a third person that does only Foley sounds. There you go.
Oh, speaking of which, shout outs to Oatly. Soon,
there it is.
Hopefully, you'll be giving us your money.
Oh God! Wait, actually, I want to quickly. Might as well shout out Oatly in the middle of the show as well. Did you see that the UK might be banning alternative milks being sold in milk carton-like vessels? It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
That's absurd.
I know, it's fucking nuts. So Oatly was shit posting.
Yeah.
About this.
I love it.
And it was like a bunch of their employees holding Oatly branded like spray bottles and and like deodorant, like, being acceptable? Like, we have to find a different vessel for our oat milk.
Yo, dude, for real.
I think it has to do with like the UK government's putting some kind of measure in place that limits what you can call milk. So there might just be Oatly fluid on the market later.
Do you like oat fluid? I actually love Oatly fluid.
Oh, there you go. And it might not be in a milk carton. Maybe we'll have bagged milk like in Canada.
Oh my God, there you go. Just
cut
a hole with some scissors and just like pug it straight from the bag.
Throw it in the pitcher, right? Isn't that what they do? In Canada? That's like Kim's Convenience, right? I think I saw that on Kim's Convenience, and Kate was like, milk in a bag.
Milk in a bag, man. I mean, I'm sure you can find milk in a bag in the U.S. also, if you look in the right places.
If you can't tell, listeners, this was a pretty slow news week.
Come on. You say it's slow, but we still got the SnyderCut to talk about.
Oh God, right. I was gonna segue us into that. So there's another trailer for the SnyderCut, which, when you boil it down, is 50% a movie that we've already seen with another 50% of a movie added onto it that was cut. So this new trailer, I have one question for Zack Snyder. If you're gonna make it that monochromatic, why not just film it in black and white? I mean, come on.
Apparently, there is a black and white version of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
I just was making a joke.
No. I read that before getting on here.
Oh my god!
It's not that, but yeah.
Oh wait, one quick last thing on the Cara Dune / Gina Carano. Did you see that Don Cheadle's going to be recast as Cara Dune?
Is that's right off of his reprisal of Rhodey and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Absolutely.
They just shuffled him to the other studio.
Actually, he's going to be playing the Winter Soldier in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Don Cheadle, mad respect for the guy, but he can be. I wouldn't mind him in anything. If they all of a sudden put him in his Cara Dune, I wouldn't say a word. I'd just sit there and take it.
For listeners that don't know the joke we're making, Terrence Howard was Rhodey, and then Don Cheadle was. Dude. So yeah, SnyderCut.
Anyway, SnyderCut. So I was just thinking about this, and like it's fucking like just think about the fact that it's 4 hours long, right? It's 4 hours long, and it is
nothing on the cutting room floor.
They basically let him do everything.
Yeah,
and when watching that trailer that just dropped, the fact that he ends the trailer on that awful, ugly, like weird Joker note with
Dude,
that like
so
isn't it, aren't we, or whatever it does, like what does he say, like something Batman, and then he turns around, he has like marinara smeared on his face.
I know, I was like, hot damn, what the fuck.
Dude is just nose deep in some fucking spaghetti right before that scene. Like,
all makes sense that Jared Leto was like sending people used condoms to get into character as the Joker because he's a fucking psychopath.
I just can't believe that for some fucking reason they decided to like jam his Joker in there somewhere. Like, this is what I hate about that. So at first I was like cool with the SnyderCut and I was like rooting for it.
Yeah.
And as it's like become this like amalgamation of like everything that like, Zack Snyder had just put into 4 hours of whatever the fuck he does with it. Like it looks like cool. We're going to see Black Suit Superman. Yeah. Awesome. There's probably going to be a bigger cyborg story.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like,
looks like Darkseid's gonna actually get some screen time.
Cool, but at the same time, I feel like Darkseid, Granny Goodness, Desaad, Steppenwolf, like
Martha,
like it's it's all just like too much, man. And then,
dude, it looks like Zack Snyder's writing process, or at least when he consults the writers, it looks like he just goes, "All right, here's a bunch of ideas. We're going to throw them in a blender and then we're going to pour it out. And that's going to be the script."
At least with this, dude, this has just become like, I don't know. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. Like, I'm fascinated by it in like the fact that it's like, it's, like it's like,
I'm down with some more of the dark DC stuff. I eat that shit up.
Yeah.
I think it was the most interesting part about those movies. But I watched that trailer and I was like, fuck, there's so much happening.
Yeah, but I mean, there are some cool things about it. Like, obviously, Ben Affleck, which I'm not like I liked his action, his Batman's action, and
there's a physicality to his Batman that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some fresh shots, that he must have done, and so there's definitely some like new elements to the movie overall, which will be interesting, and it'll be more brutal.
I'm down with that.
It's an R-rated movie,
dude. I want to see Superman rip in half a parademon.
Dude, I hope we do get to see that. Like, I saw. Did you see that clip of with like Steppenwolf? Like, he basically is like knocking around some Amazons, and there's like blood splatter and stuff like that.
Really, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, yeah. Hopefully,
dude, I just want, like, really, I think the biggest missed opportunity of these fucking movies is that they really should just gone totally against the grain, like done like capitalize on like some crazy comic storylines from the get-go.
Yeah, agreed.
Like some Elseworld stuff, like do Injustice.
For
you
sure.
know, if you're gonna commit to this like sort of all over the place continuity that makes no sense, then just do isolated stories. You could pitch that to fucking.
Totally.
You could do like a trilogy of movies that are in one universe and then ditch it. You know?
Oh yeah, totally. And if you set, it's just about setting the precedent. And if they would have done that, they it could be pulled off right now.
Because then we could have this fucking cool Snyder cut, like crazy. We've got the trilogy of Batman v Superman or Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Snyder cut.
Yeah.
You have these really dark, surprisingly dark movies that are a lot more serious. And then you can have your Wonder Womans and Shazams on the side, you know?
Totally.
Like,
I agree with you, man. I think they just like trying to jam it all together doesn't it's
work
not working for him, man.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna go, Wonder Woman's not flying, you know?
Oh man. That'll be interesting, honestly. But continuity wise, I'm interested to see how WandaVision stacks up.
Oh,
Like I've been thinking about that a little more because that's actually like solid, dude. Like that,
so good.
it's like, I mean, how it's like Zack Snyder's thing is all like it's absolutely removed from like in like the continuity, basically.
Dude, if people love the Snyder cut, it's gonna be canonized. Yeah. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe
Warner Brothers is so flaky.
Maybe that's the gamble, but if you think about like the property like WandaVision for Marvel, where like it's becoming this like obvious like linchpin huge setup for like bigger and bigger things. Like it's kind of cool to see how conversely Marvel has done a successful job intertwining so many elements and so many stories to keep culminating these bigger and bigger events. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This last episode was cool, man.
It was like, fucking awesome. It was Malcolm in the Middle.
It was, dude. I loved Malcolm. I love Malcolm in the Middle, and yeah, it was such a cool vibe. You got it right away as soon as like the character, started talking to like broke the fourth wall and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like it was cool. But I liked seeing more Evan Peters. Like I didn't know how much we'd see of him.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really like cool to incorporate him in this, like the way they did in this episode, where he's sort of like this, the annoying Francis type character from Malcolm in the Middle. But yeah, dude, it was interesting. Seeing the kids in their sort of respective costumes.
Dude, I fucking love that.
That was cool, man. That was cool. And then seeing them use their powers was also really interesting because I was wondering if we were going to see that, if they were going to like adapt to get their powers in the show or not. Yeah, so that was fucking cool, dude.
Also, I just it keeps bringing more questions,
Oh yeah.
Like that's the crazy thing is, like, so Vision is just trying to figure out what's up.
Yeah. So he like basically during this episode, he kind of like, which is set during Halloween, he basically works his way further and further out of town.
Yeah.
And like he discovers like weirder shit, like
frozen people, one of which is crying, which was fucking terrifying.
Dark, dude. That was dark. I was like, that poor lady, man. What the fuck?
So what do you think's the deal with those characters? They're the random people.
Well, I mean, like obviously, like the further out that you get, the less like control over the actual like daily stuff and like maybe like basic stuff that people are doing. Like Wanda has less control out there.
Yeah.
And so like probably they just glitched at some point, I'd imagine, like in their what they were doing, and they're stuck just
what I assume
conscious,
is that,
but like physically moving.
Yeah. What I assume is like close to that, but they're like extras that have no place to go. So because Wanda, like I would assume that if Wanda started moving closer to them, they would actually start working as like make the scene.
Yeah, well, I think so too. Yeah, because Wanda's like the center of power, pretty much.
Wanda's the director.
Yeah,
which is what's
Exactly,
fucking wild.
It's so crazy.
And so we're getting more sword stuff too. And actually, I saw somebody note something very interesting. There was that clip in the last episode of Wanda breaking to the sword facility.
Mm-hmm.
She, in that scene, is wearing the same clothes she wore to Tony Stark's funeral.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so it's supposedly like she might be. It's probably like
bam,
set pretty much right after that funeral.
Yeah.
I also saw this like random, which that's kind of a cool continuity thing. Again, like that's a really neat like connective thing, and it shows that like, you know, supposedly the events of this are like only a few weeks after Endgame.
Yeah.
You know, in general. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just it. Yeah, I like how they're building up that timeline. But
so
one of the things I saw about the sword guy, Haywood or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Haywood.
So I saw this wild theory that he could potentially be Ultron.
That'd be fucking nuts, dude.
Because,
James Spader's cast. He's somewhere.
Yeah, dude. And so supposedly like there's precedent set by like some sort of like, you know, other storyline somewhere that was where it's like it was like Ultron was like
trying to get Vision back or something.
Kind of, but he was also, I mean, he was this like in disguise federal agent, you know,
nuts.
like and whatnot. And so I was just like, oh shit, that could be fucking crazy.
I say that because it's pretty obviously shown that Haywood's like tracking Vision.
Exactly.
Too. And Vision manages to make it out of the dome. Mm-hmm. And he's getting torn the fuck apart by it, which was terrifying.
Dude, that was dying. That was a grim scene. Like that was,
yeah.
You know, he's like shouting. He's like, "Help them!"
And he ends up just curling up.
Oh my god, yeah, that was weird, man. I was like, did he just?
Yeah.
I mean, that was just, I don't know. It was just disturbing seeing him just kind of like give up like that and just like lay there, you know.
And then they also make the point of people who are in the dome are starting to their cells are changing.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau has officially had her cells changed.
Yeah, and then you that by extension means that everybody in there as well has also had some kind of cellular change. And to make that even bigger, the dome started getting bigger at the end of the episode.
Oh my god, that was wild, dude.
That my jaw hit the fucking floor. I was like, this is how they're doing X-Men.
That's how they're bringing in mutants right there, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought immediately.
Oh yeah, dude. I think
Darcy went into, so.
Yeah, and Darcy, I think that actress, oh god, Kat Dennings. Yeah. So I think she said that she was in like some other like MCU project.
Yeah.
Or projects. Like,
said she already filmed something else.
So I wonder if she'll be like maybe potentially powered, and then like,
who knows?
You know, maybe she'll just be like cameoed with like some powers or something like that as a mutant or whatever. I don't know.
Who knows, man?
But like, that's fucking crazy, dude. It was so, the way that it expanded at the end
was just terrifying.
Yeah, it was. And you're just like, I didn't realize she had
turned all the sword people into clowns.
Dude, yeah, just created like, made the whole encampment a circus. Like, that was nuts, man.
Oh, dude, I was fucking impressed. And I want to say on note of other shows as well. Do you see that one of the some director pitched a Jimmy Woo show to Disney? A Jimmy Woo Monster of the Week show?
It'd be perfect, man.
It'd be fucking awesome. I'd be so down.
Absolutely, dude.
He's so entertaining.
Great. And there you could pepper in the some cameos from like the, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters.
Oh, dude, please. That's all I want.
That'd be so dope.
That's all I want.
I want that. I want a Jimmy Woo and Agent Coulson episode.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I just want to see. You know what would really like, what would really seal the deal for me on like WandaVision being a fucking piece of art is like if somebody goes into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style Terrigenesis, I'd be like, holy fucking shit. They're bringing it all together. I just want to see that. I want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be validated, or like Robbie Reyes showing up.
I really do. I really want them to validate that show because it deserves it. Yeah, this, I mean, like, I'm also just really quick. I'm interested in how they've done Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So Evan Peters is great. Like his Quicksilver was great. And I've been wondering how they're going to mesh that into the show, right? But it seems like somehow Quicksilver has Pietro, whatever you want to fucking call him. He has the memories of the MCU's Quicksilver.
So
But
I noticed that. I have a theory about that everybody in the Hex only knows what Wanda wants them to know, or what Wanda knows.
Interesting.
So maybe like they might once all this is solved, it's either he disappears or he's just a random fucking dude.
Yeah.
Or then we actually get X-Men Quicksilver coming out.
Yeah.
And figure out how that happened and how he has the powers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't even be upset if they like just more thoroughly like explained that, because they kind of like talked loosely about it, and it was sort of confusing in the dialogue, and it was sort of just like, wait, what? Like you have the body of a different person, but the brains of this other person. Like, I'm confused at the moment.
I did see just before we wrap up, because we're getting to time. I saw a clip of Evan Peters on the press circuit for Dark Phoenix, where and that's like only like a year and a half ago now. And he
feels like forever.
I know, it feels like forever. He interviewer asked him a question like, "Hey, have any of you?" It was him, the actress who played Storm, and the dude who played Cyclops.
Okay.
And the interviewer was like, "Have there been any talks with you guys doing anything at Disney?" And you see Evan Peters' like eyes shoot open, and then you see him visibly like tighten up his lips. And then he goes, and then he very like nonchalantly goes, "No." Like we all should have fucking seen it coming.
Fair enough, man. I mean, I like him. I thought again, like we didn't even talk about the costumes, but you know, like
sweet.
The costumes were awesome, and including his. I thought that was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
I love. Are they? Wanda's costume, she's like, I'm a Sokovian like witch doctor or some shit.
Yeah,
I was like, are they putting validation for the headdress in? Because I'm down. I want to see, like, there was some concept art for Age of Ultron that had that headdress, and it looked fucking dope, and I want to see it.
Dude, I think it'd be cool, man. I mean,
I want to see like a legit Scarlet Witch costume.
Yeah, I agree, dude. And I think the headdress could be possible.
Possible. It can be done. Did you see the set photos from fucking Thor 4?
Yeah, dude.
Chris Evans is wearing a sleeveless red leather jacket.
Yeah, it looks like
with
that
Stormbreaker.
Looks like the Thunderstrike character from the 90s.
Oh, wait, you're right.
It's like fucking crazy. But yeah, dude,
they can pull off anything now.
They can. The MCU can do it. Man. Yeah, but other than that, I feel like as soon as WandaVision ended, I'm waiting for another one.
Yeah, I'm waiting for another one. And then thankfully it's only a 2-week wait before Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And also, apparently the next 3 episodes of WandaVision are going to be an hour long. So
what? Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So
finally.
Yeah, about time.
About time.
But we have to leave you off on that note, you little hot dogs. I know we've been getting the entertainment mustard all over you, but
there you go.
I don't know where that one. I was going for it. Either way,
that was an aimless riff if I've ever heard one.
This has been it. I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't know if I'm gonna watch SnyderCut all in one sitting, to be honest.
Oh, no way! I'm watching it in like 2-3 days.
I'm looking forward to seeing how weird and bad that movie is, while continuing to look forward to how amazing WandaVision is. It's a nice dynamic right now.
I'm excited for all of it.
I'm excited for all of it in some strange way.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
So, subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Instagram at Old Heart Radio. Old Heart in Space on Twitter. We don't have a Facebook account because that's for old people. And yeah, please go on the YouTube. Please subscribe on the YouTube channel. Get some up there. Buy some Oatly.
There you go.
There you go.
Keep it up.
It is.
All right. Toodaloo.
See you later.